Hi guys, hope you are good. Grace says sup. I like that. I say that as well. Um, yeah, nothing much. Usual. How are you? Have you heard the news about Alonso? Alonso's been sacked. Alonso's been sacked. Grace is in two places. We've got Grace 1 and Grace 2. But Alonso's been sacked. Which was a bit of a surprise. I mean, it was a surprise, and it was also not a surprise, if you know what I mean. But I'm sure we'll talk about that in a bit. Declan Fox says, "Come on, Barnsley." I was gonna say we have a Barnsley fan, but I've got a feeling Declan is not a Barnsley fan. Arsenal? No, you're not an Arsenal fan. I'm thinking Arsenal because of Declan Rice. Possibly United. I want to say Declan might be a United fan. Fish says, "Yo, how you doing?" Fish. You didn't know. It was, the news came out maybe a couple of hours ago that Xabi Alonso's been sacked, which I'm sure we'll discuss in a bit. Omar says, "My eyes have gone." Why have your eyes gone? Do I have too many lights on? I can turn one off if the lights are blinding you. Who does he coach again? He used to coach Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso, but not anymore. Charlotte says hello. Declan says, "Guess." Yeah, I had a feeling it was United. Not the best result yesterday. But to be fair, I think apparently you're gonna hire Michael Carrick instead of Ollie. So I think that makes sense. It never makes sense to go back to your ex, especially after you dumped her. In this case, so you dumped Ollie. It didn't make sense to go back. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with Carrick. Steven says, "Were you away the last Liverpool game in Budapest?" I was not. The reason I missed the last Liverpool game is I was a bit sick. I was a bit under the weather. The weather was getting the better of me. I had a bit of a headache. I had a bit of a sore throat. I don't know if you can still hear it, but I just was not feeling particularly well. But I'm going to Budapest next week, which I am looking forward to. FYI, Madrid lost yesterday 3-2 versus Barcelona. Yeah, I was watching that one. That's probably why Alonso got sacked, but it still feels quite raw, to be honest with you. Apparently, Alonso's win record was over 70%, and he had a higher win record than Ancelotti, and he had a higher win record than Zidane. So it feels a bit premature to sack him, but that is player power. Fish says, "Yo, bro." Declan says, "I can't say anything, mate." That's okay. Just hold on for 90 minutes. You might be able to say a lot because Liverpool have not put out the strongest team, so you might have a lot to say very soon. Why are you not blinking, Omar? Please blink. Also, your name is the same as mine, but mine has a U at the start instead. Why did he get sacked? Apparently, it was mutual termination, but I never truly think that mutual terminations are actually mutual. Mutual terminations always feel like you're being pushed out, kind of thing. For God's sake, Al Nassr lost. Who did they lose to? David says, "Why did they start Frimpong over Ramsey and McAllister over Nioni?" Good point. They're just showing the lineup now. The Frimpong one I understand because I think they need to get Frimpong familiar with playing right back now. Now that Connor Bradley's out, they're going to need to get Frimpong familiar with playing the right back position. But the Trey Nioni one is a bit of a surprise. I would have thought this would be the perfect game for Trey Nioni to get a bit of experience. So that has surprised me a little bit. Declan says, "Only kidding. The way this league and Spanish league and cups going, I know Liverpool are beating Barnsley." You never know. We've not been too good recently. Declan says, "It'd be like you guys going for Klopp again." I don't think that will happen, to be honest with you. I think Klopp had enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be interested to see him back, but I wouldn't want him back for a year and then he gets bored after a year and then he leaves again. Wouldn't want anything like that. Just making my way down. Declan supports Bristol City. I think it's... Declan says, you're going to watch the World Cup, mate, if it's still going ahead. Yeah, I should be here. I do a lot of travelling in the cold weathers because I like cold weather, but I don't like hot weather. So I'll be at home during the summer. But yeah, I'll be here. Yeah, he decided to leave. It was mutual termination, but whenever they say it's mutual, I never truly believe it's mutual. Stephen has forgiven me for being sick and subjecting him to the commentary on 5 Live. I appreciate that. Given that you had to listen to 5 Live, that might have made you a bit more sick than I was. But thankfully we can both recover. Grace says, is it a good lineup today? I can maybe show you. Oh my God! Mamadashvili just about saved that. I'm wearing Mamadashvili's shirt, so he better not have a rubbish performance. But that was almost a goal by the Barnsley player. Barnsley player with a free header in the box. Mamadashvili did not save that. It hit the post, but it's definitely not a foregone conclusion that Liverpool are winning this. But yeah, the Grace was asking about the lineup. I don't know if that works. I'll try and rejig that around for you. So it's Mamadashvili, Frimpong, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Curtis Jones, McAllister, Chiesa, who's been released from prison on bail, Szoboszlai, who needs to go to prison for his current hairstyle, Rio Ngamoa, who I'm glad has also been let out to actually play because I think is really good, and Cody Gakpo, who needs to be imprisoned for life. Chiesa does start at last. Declan says, what's your score prediction? 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah, 100%. It's all about the money these days. I think Declan might know fish. Yeah, Rio is on the pitch, which is good to see. Hopefully he gets a significant portion of the game, at least 60 minutes. But hopefully longer. Declan is a big United and Celtic fan from Ireland, mate. Hope Ireland qualify through the playoffs. Good stuff. Whereabouts in Ireland are you from? I've been to Dublin, which was pretty nice. Are you anywhere near there, or are you more north? Yeah, Barnsley hit the post. Barnsley hit the post after about 40 seconds, which is not what we want in life, but sometimes that is the hand that life deals. Ronaldo got sent off in his... When was that? When did he get sent off? McAllister... I should have known when I was talking about which players need to be imprisoned that you would have mentioned McAllister. You despise McAllister with a passion. And I respect it. I respect the consistency of the hatred that you direct towards McAllister. It's kind of funny. Mr. Default says, United, how are you doing? I hear United are getting Carrick instead of Ollie, which is a shame, because I think Ollie would have been a disaster, but Carrick is the more sensible approach, because as I was kind of saying earlier, you should never go back to your ex, especially when you're the one that dumped them. So Carrick is the more sensible option. But what's Wayne Rooney saying? Why is Wayne Rooney saying, "Yeah, I wanna get in the action"? You need to stay away from Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, very good player, completely incompetent manager, incompetent coach. So hopefully he stays away. Had fish and chips last night. Does that count? That does count. I had fish and chips yesterday afternoon. So we've got something in common there. Oh, just over from the Barnsley. I don't know who these guys are, so I'm just going to keep saying the Barnsley player. Good point, Grace. What minute are you on? About 5 minutes 10. But give me a second. Am I ahead of you again, or are you ahead today? Oh, shit. Andy with an I says first. I've just combined the two words. That says first. First verts. That's a bit of a tongue twister. First verts. I can't even say it. First verts. Try saying that really quickly, and you won't be able to. Got hated on for not scoring. Now he's hated for scoring the Premier League. Yeah, they are irritating me as well. They didn't even give the guy a chance. They need to understand that he's a very young player. He's moving abroad for the first time in his life. He's gonna need a period to adjust. And I just find it very ironic that the same people that were hating on him are now waxing lyrical. And I don't mean rival fans, because of course they're gonna do that and it's fine. That's no problem. I'm talking about the Liverpool fans who are hating on him and are now trying to big him up. I just find that kind of sad. He's a quality player. He needed to add a bit of muscle on, and that's fine. But that's why very good. Like, why does Rio not play? Rio is so good, and his tricks are amazing. But as I was saying, apparently Wirtz has put on about 2.5 kilograms of muscle, and that's literally why nutrition is such a big thing, and that's literally why many clubs have giant training complexes. I would always much rather a player was physically not there but mentally there, because the physical side you can always improve, whereas the other side you cannot. Declan's from Dublin, nice. I enjoyed it. Dublin was pretty cool. Xabi Alonso to United, here we go. I saw that. I saw something online that, let me see if I can find it. It said Man United on high alert. This one here. I know it's clickbait, and they are attempting to insult our intelligence, but really? Man United on high alert because of Xabi Alonso? It's like saying Liverpool on high alert because Rio Ferdinand is available. It's just never gonna happen, is it? So it's just very silly. Declan's living. Oh my God! Did that go in or did that go wide? Has that gone in? Jesus of Nazareth! What the hell? He's not celebrating, but is he not celebrating because it's Barnsley and he doesn't care? Has that got in? Where the hell did that come from? Alim is saying Sabazlai 1-0. Dang, that's a finish. That's a finish and a half. And to be honest, calling that a finish and a half isn't quite enough. That's a finish and 3/4. It was the fact that he was not celebrating, which made it a bit of a surprise. Mr. Default is saying Barnsley just scored. Not too sure about that. Stevens 40 seconds ahead. That's not too bad. That bakes in the online delay. Declan says, what's your hopes for Liverpool this year? League is Arsenal. I think league is Man City, to be honest. But you could get FA Cup, Champions League. Are you okay in the Champions League? Missed the last few games. From a league perspective, my hope would be top 4. From a Champions League perspective, to be honest, my honest hope is to win it, but that's probably deluded. I'd say provided they get to the semi-finals, that's probably sufficient. Yeah, I'm ahead of Grace as always. Yeah, did you see the goal? Fish is in Marks and Spencer's. If you're in Marks and Spencer's, buy me some chocolate. They have the best chocolate. Steven's predicting an 11-1 win. One better than Man City. I'd take that. I think if Liverpool get through this game, I believe it would be Brighton in the next round, and there's no chance Liverpool go out to Brighton because that's just something that doesn't happen. Declan says, avoid some parts of Dublin, mate. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that with most cities. When I went, I was just central, to be honest. Not resting players against Barnsley. What is bro doing? It's a half and half, to be honest with you. He's rested the goalkeeper. He's rested Kanate. Rested Wirtz. It's kind of arrested Kirkes. It's a bit of a mishmash, to be honest with you. Goal was clearly offside. Grace didn't even know Barnsley were a team before today. I mean, if you didn't know that they were a team, then we really need to batter them. Then that's a sign that that's a sign that a 1-0 win would not be enough. Would you rather win the Prem or the Champions League? That's a good question. Most Liverpool fans say Premier League, and I think Grace also said Premier League. Most Liverpool fans say Premier League, but I can't lie, I prefer winning the Champions League because it's just so much more nervy and it's so much more of a thrilling ride, if you know what I mean, because it's so sudden death and there's so much on the line. There's so much on the line in the quarterfinal. There's so much on the line in the semi-final. So much on the line in the final. And then finally you have this big final and it's at night and you've been looking forward to it all day and then you win and it's absolutely amazing. Whereas when you're in the Premier League, it's like, oh yeah, we won the Premier League because Chelsea drew to Wolves. And it's just, you know what I mean? It's a bit underwhelming. So I'd say that I was a lot more hyped up when Liverpool won the Champions League than when they won the 2 Premier Leagues. To be honest with you, the Premier, it's like, yeah, whatever, yeah, fine. As weird as that is. Mo Skelt, what are you doing on Twitch? You're gonna be there alone. Come back on YouTube where most people are. Chicken Wing says, have you had your custard cream sandwich yet? I have not. The thing is, so Buzz Light is going for a shot every single time. In order to eat a custard cream sandwich, I'd have to buy a pack of custard creams. And the thing is, whenever I buy biscuits, they do not last longer than 5 seconds. So I'd have to eat the custard cream sandwich and then also eat the entire pack of custard creams in the space of about 10 minutes, and then I'd feel a bit sick. I have no self-control. Stephen, they say 11-1 to Barnsley. That would be kind of funny. I mean, it would be depressing and funny at the same time. Oscar thinks Barnsley would win. Mr. Defoe is saying facts. Fish, why are you bleeding? Have you hurt yourself? Did you celebrate the Szoboszlai goal a bit too hard? Grace might go on YouTube. It's bigger. Yeah, the YouTube comments they come through a lot quicker, whereas the TikTok sometimes it lags and it's a bit annoying. RG says, you said your grandma, as in my grandma. Oh, that's when I was hating on Konate. Are you referring to the video where I said I'd rather play my grandma in defense over Konate and she's been dead for 20 years? That's I was being slightly ironic. Finley says, Arit pal, not too bad, all good. All good. How's things with you? How's things in Newcastle? Caesar, yeah, I mean, Newcastle doing quite good with their signings. Wissa is looking like a pretty good buy. And Voltemade's looked like a pretty good buy as well. Yeah, Declan knows what I mean. I just don't buy biscuits because if I buy biscuits, that whole pack will be gone in an instant. And chocolate hobnobs are a good example. So I just don't buy them because if I buy them, you know those packs of cookies that you get sometimes from the supermarket. You know the pack of 5 or pack of 4, where you can get like chocolate chip cookies or white chocolate chip cookies. The last time I bought a pack of those, I ate them on the way home. I ate them on the way home. I didn't even get them home. I ate them on the way home. So that's why I don't buy biscuits. I feel like I'm in trouble whenever Fish says my name. Please do not play cricket with the cat. I like cats. We need to be nice to cats. Yeah, Grace remembers. I think that's Grace's favorite video where I was hating on Konate. Declan's on YouTube. Yeah, it works a lot. It's a lot more stable. TikTok has a tendency to just fall over, and which I find a bit annoying. Finley says it's better, a lot better, but still need reinforcements. Vissa, not great last 2 games, but it's all right. I think he's got the same amount of goals as Isak. Which is hopefully that makes you feel better. Fingers crossed that he's doing okay from a goal perspective. Declan says, who are you playing next in the league? Good question. I think it's something with a B. Let me have a quick look. Burnley. It's Burnley next. At home on Saturday. And I will be here for that. Grace is back on YouTube. Who's the character in your picture? Is that an anime character? The thing is with Rio as well, whenever Rio gets the ball, you can sense and you can feel how scared the other players are of him. And I mean the opposition players specifically. Whenever Rio gets the ball and he starts doing his little trickery things, the other players, they just get taken aback a little bit. Which is pretty nice. Wolves away for me next week. First away game since the championship. Are you going to watch that? That sounds pretty good. Pretty nice day out. Yes, the TikTok comments, and it's a TikTok problem. Sometimes they lag, and I don't know why that is. Fish is telling me to eat. I've already eaten. I ate chicken fajitas, which I made from scratch, and they were very good. Coach leaves from Newcastle at 6:15. Dang. So what time? So you've probably got to get to the coach station, and you probably got to wake up pretty early. But it'll be worth it. It'll be a nice memory. Yeah, we should hopefully beat Burnley. Gray says it's me, but it's an anime version. Ash's mom did it for me. Oh right, pretty cool. Do you watch much? Do you watch much anime? Are you an anime fan? But it's pretty cool, regardless. Declan's having a late dinner. I don't like Mondays. Take care, Declan. Enjoy your dinner. Fish is saying, "Yo, bro, eat, bro." I've eaten. I was eating when the FA Cup draw was on. Anytime Rio gets the ball, he looks so aggressive and he's so fast, and you can physically see the opposition defenders getting scared of him whenever he gets the ball. They need to play this kid a lot more. For me, part of the problem with Liverpool's setup is there's absolutely no pace in the team. Salah's not rapid anymore. Isak's not particularly rapid. Chiesa is not particularly rapid. He's fast, but he's not rapid. Ekatike is not rapid. Gakpo's slower than me. So I think part of the problem is there's not enough pace in the Liverpool team. So therefore they should play Rio a bit more. Finley's going to be up at 3:45. Dang. It'll be worth it. It'll be one of those memories you don't forget. Grace says, "Are you an anime fan?" Not really. I wish I was. I wish I watched more of it. But it's just one of those things I've never really gotten around to. RG255, top 5 teams that I think are going to be relegated. Number 5, Man United. 4, Man United. Man United are there twice. Let's hope they definitely get relegated then. Corner for Barnsley. They take it short. Oh, Jesus Christ. Volleyed but saved by Mamadashvili. It'd be nice to get a second goal. I don't think this is going to stay 1-0. But it'd be nice to get a second goal soon enough. Stephen is saying, players wear a short sleeve shirt over a long sleeve shirt. Why not wear a short sleeve shirt? Why not just wear a long sleeve shirt? That's a very good observation. And as far as we know, they could be wearing a short sleeve shirt and a long sleeve shirt over that, and then a short sleeve shirt over that. So there could be a third short sleeve shirt under the primary visible long sleeve shirt. So there could be multiple shirts on. I don't know what the reason is, but it's a good it's something I might need to look up. I don't know if it's for heat, maybe. I think the long sleeve one that they wear, there is a reason for this. I'll see if I can look it up. But it does look pretty funny. They're just replaying the Barnsley chants over and over again. Grace says, "Where's Johnny?" That's a good question. I'm not too sure. He may make an appearance later. He was coming out with some very good. One-liners yesterday. Johnny is actually quite intelligent when he's not constantly swearing every 2 sentences. Grace says, "Want your daily joke?" Of course. The daily joke is constantly needed. What is the daily joke? Is it Man United? Gakpo's going to cut inside. He does cut inside, but of course the defender absolutely knows what he's going to do and the defender blocks it. I mean, me as a uncultured non-footballer, even I know that Gakpo's going to cut inside. So the professionals therefore definitely know what he's going to do. I mean, the opposing defender literally cut inside himself so that he could block Gakpo's shot. Would people sell Gakpo? I can't lie. I'd be open to it for the right price. I am confused why he's playing McAllister as well. You'd think McAllister would be rested given the amount of games that he's been playing and given that he looks exhausted every time he touches the ball. But maybe he's trying to get him up to match fitness. So Buzz like, nothing happened. Tammy Abraham, Aston Villa is real? I'm not too sure. I can try Googling it. This says Aston Villa are eyeing up a move for Tammy Abraham as they look to strengthen Unai Emery's squad for the second half of the campaign. It looks like you're interested if you're a Villa fan. Aston Villa are lining up a surprise move for Tammy Abraham. It could happen. I think right now it's purely at the rumor stage, to be honest with you. So it could happen, but there isn't anything more concrete than that. Fish says, "Yo, mom, thank you very much. Appreciate that as always." How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it. I just wish Frimpong would stay out wide. I don't like this concept of... I don't like this concept of fullbacks cutting inside. You tend to blaspheme a lot. Does this offend your Christian viewers? Not so much. Maybe that's the next thing I should... Maybe that's the next thing I should cut out. After the like. I should maybe stop saying Jesus every 2 seconds. Charlotte says, big cap. Yeah, it's a pretty big cap. Grace says, want another one, of course. Fish says, you look like SCP-049. Is this a robot of some sort? How do you know all these characters? Like, what is this? What even is this thing? I mean, I'm not sure I look like this, but what even is this from? It's a plague doctor. I'll take your word for it, if you say so. Fish keeps telling me to eat, and as Grace is telling him, he has eaten. I had chicken fajitas that I made, and they came out really good today. I can't lie. Yeah, a plague doctor. You seem to be familiar with an entire universe of characters that I have no idea about. But it's good. It's always good to learn. Yeah, he does keep telling me to eat, and I don't know why. I've already eaten about an hour ago. It was when the FA Cup draw was on. Ooh. Liverpool just need to move the ball a bit quicker, man. It's just a case of them trying to put together 1,000 passes, and then one of the passes goes astray, and then the attack is lost. Just move the ball quicker and take more risks, because if you move the ball extremely slowly, you're going to lose the ball anyway. Joe Gomez has been booked. Charlotte says, how might Slot adapt tactics whilst integrating multiple high-value new signings? Well, that would perhaps be one of the biggest criticisms of Slot, that he hasn't really integrated the new signings. Sometimes Wirtz plays centrally, sometimes Wirtz plays on the left. Isak's been injured a lot, so probably hasn't really had a chance to integrate. Sometimes Frimpong plays as a right winger, sometimes he plays as a right back. You could probably say that's the biggest criticism, to be honest with you. How'd you make an octopus laugh with with tentacles? That one's good. Liverpool on the counter attack here. And as always, whenever they go on the counter attack, they slow it down to a crawl. Chiesa to Frimpong. Can we even call it a counter attack if they're moving the ball that slowly? The ball eventually goes to Rio, and Rio eventually tries to be a bit pacey with the ball. But I just feel like the senior players are just taking their time a bit too much. It's gone to Rio again. Robertson crosses it, but there's absolutely nobody in the box, and it just gets swept up. Fish, I have already eaten. I think you just like saying that. Yeah, it's just Liverpool attack after Liverpool attack at the moment. Come on, Curtis, do something. Is there really any point running forward and then just running into a wall and then passing it back? Because I feel like that is what I'm just watching time and again. Move the ball forward, 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 hit a wall, pass it backwards. Forward, 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 hit a wall, pass it backwards. I still haven't seen this team break down a low block. I appreciate Szoboszlai scored, but that was an effort from range, which is good in a way, but is also bad in a way. Grace is saying, "Yo, Uma, drink." Fish is telling me to eat. Ooh, Frimpong! What a goal that was! Frimpong again. Frimpong does the Gakpo move a billion times better. Does the Gakpo move a billion times better than Gakpo ever does. That's the thing, and that's the thing we've been moaning about for a while, that there just isn't any pace in the team, other than Frimpong and other than Rio. But Frimpong cuts inside, which perhaps the defender was not expecting. Cuts inside onto his left and then smacks it into the goal. I mean, Frimpong is super happy, therefore I am also super happy. Hopefully this opens up the game a bit and gives the team a bit more confidence. Fish is telling me to eat. Grace is telling me to drink. Well, I can drink because I have water here. Although I cannot eat. Love how Slot is not celebrating like he normally does. What's happening with Szoboszlai? I hope Szoboszlai is not being taken off. Arsenal says, "Hey buddy, how are you?" All good, not too bad. I was kind of sick last week, but I'm feeling better now. How's things with you? Hope you are good. They're just replaying the Frimpong goal over and over again. Grace says, "How's your day been?" Not bad. Had work, which was kind of busy. Did a bit of cooking, which was good. I made some chicken fajitas. I got my gaming mouse, and I tested that out, and it's really good. And then before I knew it, it was 7 o'clock, which meant I had to get ready for this. But yeah, not too bad, all things considered. How about your day? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it average? Arsenal is doing not bad, which is always good. Dude, Rio is so good. He's this bag of tricks who is absolutely rapid. And he just scares the pants off of every single fullback that he comes up against. Fish is angry because his phone is broken. How did you break your phone? That is sad to hear. Arsenal are playing Wigan next round. That should be an easy win for you. Did you see the Arsenal Liverpool game? I wasn't able to stream that one because I was sick, but I'm happy with the draw. You're probably not happy with the draw, but I'm happy with the draw. Mr. Default. Oh my God! What the hell happened there? I was about to say, are you trolling? Are you saying it was a bland screamer by Sabazlai? What the hell happened there? It's alright, but it's okay. But I'm just confused about what happened. Sabazlai kind of just lost the ball on his own. So it was a through ball. Sabazlai decided to what the hell was that? I think Sabazlai tried to backheel the ball, but the Barnsley player was behind him. So the Barnsley player just kicked it into the net. That's kind of funny. Grace is not happy. But it is what it is. Grace says, did you end up going for the walk yesterday? I didn't. I wanted to, but as soon as yesterday's stream finished, it started raining like crazy. But I went for extra walk today. So I made up for it today. Arsenal is not happy at all with the Arsenal-Liverpool result. What in particular? Is it just generally the result that you're not happy with, or was it any performances in particular? People were making a very big deal about the Martinelli situation, but to be fair, I think that was just a misunderstanding and an accident. I don't think he deliberately meant anything malicious, so wasn't a huge deal. Grace says that's funny. Steven says vitamin C and cod liver oil to prevent sickness. Those are some good tips. I've started having the cod liver oil capsules that you get. I don't know if that's the same as having the actual oil itself. But because I don't like the taste of it, I've just started having the capsules. Yeah, it did become a bit of a big issue, didn't it? I appreciate it. It looked pretty bad, but when you think about it, I don't think Martinelli knew the extent of the injury. And he probably thought Conor Bradley was just trying to waste time. So it's all good. I don't think it was anything seriously malicious. Oh my God, it's 2-1. Indeed, it is 2-1. Barnsley scored about a minute ago, and it was a wonderful assist by Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai tried to do I don't know if you'd call it a step over, but tried to backheel the ball in his own box, but he messed up the backheel. And in messing up the backheel, there was a Barnsley player behind him who just kicked it into the goal. It was kind of funny. It would not be funny if Liverpool were not ahead. If it was 1-0, things would be different. Yeah, it was far from the worst thing that I've ever seen. I don't know if that was a cross or that was a shot by Frimpong, but it's gone wide. Charlotte says, can Endo still play a crucial late game role? He can do. That's part of what I loved last season. They would bring Endo on to close out games. Endo has been injured. a fair bit recently, so he hasn't been able to do that, but he should be able. He's back in the squad today, so we should start seeing him soon. The Reds MF11 says, who is your favourite player? Last season it was Gravenberch. This season, to be honest with you, this season I haven't settled on a favourite player yet. I so want it to be Isak, even though he hasn't really played. I might go for Frimpong. Because I feel like Szoboszlai is too easy an answer. But how about you? Who would you go for? Stephen did a 12-mile walk Saturday, Oldham to Manchester, along the Rochdale Canal in 4 hours. Nice bit of exercise there. And it sounds like a pretty scenic walk as well. 12 miles. That's that is impressive. To do that in one go as well. You must have a pretty good level of fitness. If I do 10 miles in a single day, overall, I'm super happy with that. So if you've done 12 miles in one go, that is impressive. Arsenal says, I normally don't like trolling any football fans, but I'm kind of enjoying the United downfall. Mr. Default will love that. But the thing is, I am enjoying it, but it's been going on for about over a decade now, if you know what I mean. So that limits the amount I can enjoy it, because I've been enjoying it for so long. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather have them be rubbish than be good. But it's definitely a case of, yeah, I've been experiencing it for a while, so that makes it a bit less enjoyable. I don't know if I'm explaining that terribly. I possibly am. But it's good to see. Apparently, Wayne Rooney wants to join their coaching staff, and if he does, that will be hilarious. Speaking of United, Mr. Default says 3-2 Liverpool late winner. I'd take that, even though I wouldn't be particularly happy about it, because they would have conceded 2 goals to Barnsley, who are rubbish. Szoboszlai is good, says Arsenal. Yeah, he is good. I think he's been the standout player this year. Grace got a Liverpool wallet yesterday. Very nice. What colour is it? Is it black with a Liverpool logo on it? That sounds pretty good. The Reds' favourite player last season, Mo. This season, Wirtz or Frimpong. That's good. That's a good selection, I think. So last season, Mo, given the season that he had. This season, Wirtz or Frimpong. I'm liking that. Speaking about Wirtz and Frimpong, their former manager Alonso is no longer at Madrid. So there are some rumours that Alonso may reunite with Wirtz and Frimpong at Liverpool next year. Also a 20 kilogram backpack. So Stephen has walked 12 miles along the canal with a 20 kilogram backpack. Are you an athlete of some sort? Without the backpack, that's amazing. But to do that with the backpack, like, I don't think I could do that, to be honest. At best, I could maybe, when you mentioned the 12-mile walk for 4 hours, I could maybe just do that if you pushed me. But to do that with a 20 kilogram backpack, I couldn't do that. So I'm impressed. I don't know says, yo, what's good? That's WSG, right? What's good? School was pushed a day further, so I'm here. Good stuff. How's it going otherwise? Hope all is good. Are you in San Francisco, or am I imagining that? Or was it San Jose? It was somewhere on the west coast, I think, of the US. Arsenal says, trust me, they are moving backwards. Yeah, they should be looking at Emery rather than ex-players. What is this obsession? What is this obsession with with ex-players? With forcing ex-players into management roles? I have not seen this at any other team. Just because they used to play for you on the pitch, it doesn't mean they are going to be capable managers off the pitch. It's just that mentality. That mentality, I feel like, is shackling them and is holding them back. They should get the best person for the job. And what irritates me the most about that, even though I don't like them, what irritates me the most about that is how they keep on referring to Sir Alex Ferguson as the boss. And it's just a case of, if an ex-player comes in, whether it's Carrick, whether it's Fletcher, and you start referring to Sir Alex Ferguson as the boss, instantly you undermine your own authority, because instantly you signal, hey, I'm not the real boss. It's the old guy in the crowd that's getting pissed on a bottle of whiskey. That's the real boss. It's just it's a bizarre mentality. Stephen does 20 to 25 miles in the summer along the Blackpool seafront. Is that in one go, or do you take a break for that? But that is that is impressive. That is impressive. The most I've walked in one day is 20 miles when I was in New York, and I was walking up and down Central Park and around Manhattan. That's the most I've ever walked in one day, is 20 miles. But that is with breaks. That's not in one go. That's with breaks. Grace's wallet is red with the logo on. Sounds pretty good. Pretty good wallet by the sounds of it. Jeffrey says, how's it? All good, not too bad. I was going to say enjoying the Liverpool game. I was enjoying the Liverpool game until they conceded a very silly goal. But all good other than that. How about you? How's things with you? Have you seen the news? About Alonso? That's sure to get a lot of people talking. Yeah, so Bosley stunner and stinker. Yeah. It's a SAS, but not the SAS that people like. Gray says, damn, that's impressive. I can't walk 2 miles without my feet hurting. Yeah, that's what goes for me first, if that makes sense. So if I'm walking, even if it's 5 miles, my legs will be fine. Everything will be fine. Ankles will be fine. All my muscles will be fine, but my feet will be killing me. I've started wearing Skechers, which are quite good for walking. They help to a certain degree. But yeah, I need a better solution, because it's always my feet that end up hurting first. That was it, Salinas. Arsenal says they should move on from Sir Alex. Trust me, I was comparing with Wenger, but when we moved on, it feels good. Yeah, that is so clearly what they need to do. I don't know if they're just scared to do it or they're a bit apprehensive, but he's constantly there in the crowd. He was there yesterday when they were playing Brighton. He's just constantly there, sitting, watching, and I just feel like you can never move on until the old manager has gone. I said it yesterday and it was pretty harsh, but I stand by it when I say I don't think Man United can move forward until he's dead, until he's gone, because he's constantly going to be there. He's constantly going to be undermining the authority of whoever the latest manager is, and then the players are going to think, okay, is Carrick the real boss, or is Sir Alex Ferguson the real boss? It's just a toxic situation. Jeffrey is good. That is good to see. Jeffrey says, yes, that was a shock. This is the Alonso news. It was a shock to me as well. I mean, I kind of expected it to happen and also didn't expect it to happen. It's one of those where you expect it to happen, but you also didn't expect it to happen. But on the whole slot discussion, my viewpoint on that always was, You can sack Slot, but I'd want somebody good to come in. I always think you have to build out the whole solution. You can't just sack Slot and then be done with it. There has to be somebody good who will come in to replace him. And if Alonso is one of those who I think would be a suitable replacement. So if Alonso is interested, then Liverpool should also be interested. I guess a lot of it depends on where Alonso's mind is at, where he is at mentally and where he is at physically. Maybe he wants a bit of a break. But whenever he's ready, I think Liverpool should be asking the question. Grace says, what cap you wearing on Saturday? Good question. I'm not too sure. I can't wear this one because I'm wearing this one today. And I can't wear yesterday's. I might have to wear a red shirt because Liverpool are at home. So I might have to wear a red shirt. And then I'll just have to... Maybe the blue one. You don't like the blue one though. So I might have to pick a different one. But I'm thinking maybe the blue one. I don't know. Says, I can't watch Barnsley. Because you like them. But I support Liverpool, so I have mixed emotions right now. Turn it into a positive. Turn it into a positive in the sense that whatever the result today, you'll be happy one way or another. Grace stayed for the whole 4 hours yesterday. Am I low? Yeah, that was impressive. That was impressive. I can't lie. You will get a break after today. You'll get a break of 4 days. To be honest, yesterday I was only supposed to do until half time, and then I just ended up staying. I wonder if Liverpool will make any substitutions for the second half. I hope people don't get on Szoboszlai's back too much. It was a silly mistake, but these silly mistakes can happen. We just move on from this, unless he does it again. But he probably won't do it again. Grace says, just shows how much I love your streams. Very true. Appreciate the kind words as always. I don't know, wants to see Wirtz play today. I would love to see that. I would love to see Wirtz against a tired Barnsley. I mean, it feels like it should be illegal. But I do feel like he would be a nightmare for Barnsley. Barnsley seem absolutely terrified of Rio and Gamoa anytime Rio gets the ball. So hopefully they'll be tired of Wirtz as well. Just so Wirtz could stat pad. It's the perfect game to do that. Hopefully he can get a goal or two if he has enough time. I think that would be the most ideal scenario. But yeah, just waiting for the second half to start. I don't know, it says we hope. We do hope. I haven't heard anything about Salah. I don't know what's happening with Salah in terms of, is Salah going to come back? Is Salah going to leave? There's this article here about why Alonso's reign is over at Real Madrid. That's so bad. I don't like that at all. It's saying Mbappe was gesturing for his teammates to leave the pitch, but Xabi Alonso was asking him to stay. player power at that club is excessive. I do think Liverpool will be in for him, but it will be up to him regarding when he wants to join. I genuinely think that will happen. I think it will be similar. It will be similar to the Brendan Rodgers Klopp changeover, where Klopp gives the okay, and then they just randomly announce it. I think that will probably happen. No, they are through Egypt in the semi-finals of the AFCON. Yeah, I knew that. I don't know why I was asking earlier. I knew that because I saw the goals the other day. But I wonder if they win it or if they go out at the semi-finals, what happens with Salah? Because eventually he'll have to come back. But will he come back into the team or will he get sold? It's a mystery. Do you prefer watching sunsets or sunrises? To be honest, I'm very rarely awake for a sunrise, so I'd probably say sunset. Yes, I saw the clip. Mbappe was acting stupidly. It's just so disrespectful. I almost feel like Real Madrid are constantly a club that is just absolutely full of superstars, is just full of prima donnas, and is just full of egos. And I just feel like to manage all those prima donnas and to manage all those egos, you need some sort of authoritarian. You need some sort of authoritarian figure, some sort of disciplinarian, some sort of older figure, just to keep them in line. It almost feels like, and to be honest, I'm probably guessing, but it almost feels like if the manager is too young, like Alonso, then the players don't really respect him. That could be a reason. So yeah, I mean, Arbeloa's taken over now. I doubt he'll be there permanently, but I wish them the worst. Grace says, if I missed the stream, would you notice, like I noticed Johnny isn't here? Yeah, I'd notice. I'd 100% notice. Second half is just starting. At El Clasico, Barcelona gave Real Madrid a guard of honor for losers, and Mbappe denied giving one to Barcelona. It's just pathetic. I just find the whole thing so pathetic and just so petty and just so needless. Second half has started. I mean, you were beaten fair and square by the better team. Just give them a guard of honor. Just clap them off. Is it honestly that big a deal? The fact that he's so insecure about it makes it a bigger deal than if he'd done it. As weird as that sounds. But second half has started. Grace doesn't like the blue hat because it's plain and boring. That's what I like about it. It's quite simple. It's not too flashy. There's not too much going on. It's a bit simple. I like that. I hate Madrid, and even though I wanted Barcelona to lose, I still hate Madrid. Yeah. For me, the hatred of Madrid usurped any other hatred I would have at that time. So I was glad that Barcelona won. But yeah, second half has started. I don't think Liverpool have made any subs. I still see McAllister. I still see Robertson. I still see Rio doing his stepovers. Cross by Robertson. I don't like the fact the game is being played in Saudi. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right to me either, to be honest with you. And Alonso's record is not bad. He's 4 points behind, and he only lost once to Barcelona, and they're still in the Champions League. I agree. From a record perspective, he's very good, and I think additionally his win percentage was about 71%, which was a better win percentage than Ancelotti, which was a better win percentage than Zidane, and was only very slightly behind Mourinho's Galactico team. So from a win percentage perspective, he was doing really, really well. Unfortunately, I think it was a case of they've invested so much money and they invest so much of their wage budget into their players. It has created a situation whereby the players have more power than the manager. Because to replace the manager, it costs a lot less than to replace Mbappe, who's on exorbitant amount. So unfortunately, it's created a situation where player power usurps manager power, and this is the end result of that. From a record perspective, I think he was doing quite good. And I'd definitely take him at Liverpool if he's interested. Some people are probably going to want him right now, immediately, but I think mentally he might want a break, physically he might want a break, and it makes no sense to take him when he does not feel like he is ready. It would not surprise me if Liverpool gives Slot until the end of the season and then potentially explore making a change then. I don't know. Didn't want any of them to win, honestly, but I would prefer maybe Madrid, but I still would have preferred Atlético. Out of the two that were playing yesterday, I wanted Barcelona to win, so I'm glad that they did. It's a free kick to Barnsley here in a dangerous position. They're not going to do anything with it because they're Barnsley, but I'm still slightly worried. Yep, nothing happens. Grace says maybe wear the other white one. That's a good suggestion. I don't know where it is. I'll have to find it. Typically, it depends on what shirt I decide to wear. I'm kind of getting bored of wearing football shirts, though, to be honest with you. I might start wearing normal shirts, but I'll have to think about that. Arsenal says that's why I would not want any Madrid players, even though they are available. It's just the attitude is not good, and whenever you have a good team, and I think Arsenal have a good team. Arsenal have a good ethos and collective of players where they're all hardworking, and I think you only need one bad egg to ruin what you've got. Even though he's a good player and he's got really great stats on FIFA, and oh my god, he's got 99 pace, bro, and he's got 98 shooting, but that's the technical side is nice and all, but if mentally this person's a troublemaker, it will just completely ruin the ethos of the club. So yeah, I would avoid as well. Before Mbappe went to Madrid, a lot of Liverpool fans wanted him, but I never really wanted him, especially because Klopp was the manager at that time. And Mbappe is never going to press. So I never really wanted him in the Liverpool team. Grace says, I don't think I'll ever miss a stream, to be fair, because I like watching and talking to you. Appreciate that. I like talking to you guys also. They're advertising Japan Airlines on the hoardings, which I will be taking in a month. Which I'm looking forward to and also a bit nervous about. Looking forward to, for obvious reasons. Nervous because it's 14 hours. So I don't know how I'm going to cope, but I'll do what I can. They're not gonna score because they're Barnsley. That's what I've been thinking for the past 52 minutes and 5 seconds. Stephen has suggested get some interesting foreign club shirts. I collect them. That's a good chat. Are there any foreign club shirts you would recommend? That reminds me, actually, I bought the Germany shirt, but I've not worn that yet, so I could wear that. But yeah, I'm just getting bored of just wearing Liverpool shirts all the time. I might start mixing it up. Rio is 17, which is basically an embryo in football terms. But whenever he gets the ball, you can tell how scared the opposition are, and they instantly crowd him. I don't know, says, whoa, that's crazy. EFL League One team missed a free kick against the biggest club. It is insane. To be honest, that's why I wasn't too scared, but it's a corner here. Chulu says, Ramos twists Salah's arm a bit and now Madrid are your enemy. To be honest, I'd completely forgotten about that. So it isn't that Madrid are therefore my enemy. You've reminded me of that, so now I hate Madrid even more. Because I'd completely forgotten about that. United doing a favour for Arsenal this week. Are they playing City? Is that what's happening? Are they playing against City? Grace says, buy more caps so I can rate them. That's a good suggestion. I might have to get one from Japan when I'm there. That's a good suggestion. Japan seems like a place that will have cool caps. So I might have to buy one when I'm there. Arsenal recommends the Senegal shirt. That sounds like it'd be pretty good. Let me look that up. The white one or the green one? Senegal shirt latest. Is it this one? Looks quite good. It's a bit different as well, which I like. They've got quite a few shirts. There's this a super funky looking one. The image is really small, but that one, I might have to look into it. Some good suggestions. I wear a different one most days. I particularly like the pink Inter Miami, classic Juventus home, and Messi Barcelona. Those are some good suggestions. The pink Inter Miami, I'm familiar with that. Classic Juventus. Juventus have had quite a few good kits throughout the years. And I think the Messi Barcelona is a classic. You'd have to say. I don't know. He's saying it's 3-1. Are you messing? Chulu says, don't listen. What's happening with Rodrigo? Are you a Madrid fan? I can't remember. No, you are. I think you might be a Chelsea fan. Based on, yeah, you're a Chelsea fan because the blue go out. What's happening with Rodrigo? There were rumours that Van Dijk with a volley. Just gone over. There were rumours Liverpool might be in for him in the summer that's just gone. He's a good player, but I think from a wages perspective, he might be a bit expensive. Speaking of Chelsea, what are your thoughts on Liam Rossini, your new manager? I can't lie, that was a bit of a surprise, and I have a feeling he won't last. But let's see. Yeah, the green Senegal kits, they did look pretty nice. Fish said, R.I.P. Bri Dikus, can we do 6 minutes silence? I can do 6 seconds. 6 minutes I might struggle with. Chulu says Orlando Pirates have cool kits. Let's have a look at those. Yeah, a lot of these look pretty good, to be fair. I like how it's a. I don't know if that's an old one, but either way, I like that. How it's a giant skull and crossbones. It's pretty good. It's pretty unique. Grace says buy a hat in Japan. Yeah, I think I gotta do that. They seem like they'll have a lot of good hats there. I don't know. His prediction is 3-1. You could be right. I think there'll be one more goal in this. Ekitike and Vert's about to come on. Which is good because Ekitike's missed a few games, hasn't he, from injury? And Kanate as well. Kanate will probably come on for Van Dijk. No, Kanate's on for Gomez. Okay, interesting. Who's Verts? Is Verts coming on for Frimpong? Possibly Chiesa. Frimpong off, Kanate on. Well, let's rephrase that. Gomez off for Kanate. Verts on for Frimpong, I think. Ekitike on for Chiesa, I think. Yeah, Chiesa, Gomez and Frimpong are off. Chulu says that punk Liam, that should... I think that describes it enough. That punk Liam is the head coach, not the manager, and the streets are saying he's a yes man. I give him 15 months. I think I struggle to see him lasting the end of the season. He just doesn't seem qualified. He just doesn't seem qualified to manage a club the size of Chelsea. Chelsea are a massive club. And I can't lie, that surprised me when they hired him. It could be, as you said, because he's a yes man and they just want Liam to be the head coach the team, whereas all the transfer decisions are made outside of Liam's control. And since he's a yes man, he probably doesn't mind the blue collar guys interfering in his business. So yeah, that could be a reason. Maybe they just want a yes man to take the fall if things go wrong. But yeah, it was definitely a surprise. Fish says, can we do a 6-minute silence? Okay. 6 seconds, sorry. There you go. Maybe a new era Los Angeles hat. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. I'll have to see what they have. I do have a shopping day planned. Rio's playing on the right hand side now. Gakpo's on the left. Ekitike is in the middle. Chulu says, but if he can get us the Champions League, is that if he can win you the Champions League and maybe a domestic cup double, I might give him a chance. Those are some pretty lofty expectations. I can't lie. I love how he has to win 3 trophies and it's still a maybe, but I appreciate the honesty. If it's to be fair, I'm trying to think who is the last yes man that you had. Would it be Roberto Di Matteo? And to be fair, Di Matteo did win the Champions League, so there might be something in that. Fish says, thank you, no problem. Charlotte says, I have an interesting fact. Liverpool once held a training session underwater as a team bonding exercise. I mean, Liverpool look like they've been playing underwater for the last month, so that makes sense. Yeah, I've seen that. It didn't look like a foul, so I just kind of didn't mention it. But they keep replaying it, which is concerning me slightly. To be honest, I genuinely think the player goes down a bit easily there. So I hope they don't give that. Grace says you can Google if you don't know what they look like. Let's have a quick look. I think I know, but oh, I've spelled it wrong. Yeah, is it like these? Or yeah, this is kind of what I presumed. I don't own any like this, so it's a good suggestion. Something a bit different. I thought you didn't like the plain caps though, because they were simple, and these also look simple. But I like them. Fish says, do you hate McAllister so much that you just can't say his name anymore? Gakpo? Van Dijk? Wide. Oh, is it not that? What should I search for? I've searched for New Era Los Angeles hat. Header by Van Dijk ended up going wide. Fish is telling me to eat again. Cool, I will hold on. How's it going, Dan? Dan says Spanish football expert Guillaume Balaguer said on BBC 5 Live Radio earlier that Alonso fell out with the board a few months ago, and the result last night must have been the final straw. Interesting. Did they say what he fell out with the board about? If that makes sense. Was there something in particular that they fell out about? Was it about transfers? Was it about results? And I watched the game yesterday. I didn't think it was too bad. Like I know Barcelona won, but it was a close game. I just think there is a excessive amount of player power at that club, and whatever the players say goes. But it works for us because it means that Alonso is available. And if Alonso wants to join the Reds, I would hope that the Reds would be interested. Chulu says the standards are in the gutter at Stamford Bridge these days, but it could be worse. It could be worse. Just look at United. Knocked out in the first game again. It could be worse. You could also be knocked out in the first game with your old manager sitting there in the crowd, looking at his life's work being destroyed in front of his eyes as you fail to win a trophy, as you fail to win yet another trophy. Chelsea at least have a Champions League a few years ago, and also have. I swear you won the Club World Cup and the Conference League. You won the Conference League as well. So Chelsea at least have a few trophies. So yeah, that's a good lesson. Whenever people think that things are bad, just be rest assured that if you supported United, things will be worse. that should keep you happier. Dan, I don't know. I thought Real was sloppy defense-wise. They were a bit sloppy. A bit sloppy. I think it's a case of just it appears to have reached that stage whereby the players had lost faith in him, and I think if the players lose faith in you, then it's very difficult to get that back, because it's not a case of having to convince one person. You've got to convince 23 people. And I think, unfortunately, the writing tends to be on the wall once that has happened. But I'd take him 100%. Chulu says vindication for Amarim. Amarim must have had a smile the size of the sun yesterday. He must have been beaming. Did you see those pictures of Amarim after he had been sacked? I've never seen the guy so happy in my life. I think he was already planning on how he was going to spend the £20 million payout. Oh, that's what your cap is called. So if I search for the whole thing, is this what you meant? Because it's Japanese. I see. Makes sense. Well, when I go to Japan next month, I'll have to see if they. I mean, I'm sure they will have these. I quite like the blue one. I think the blue one's pretty cool. Oh, maybe the black one. The black one looks good. I like that one. That's my favorite. I actually really like these. Good suggestion. I think Grace has got very good taste. Better taste than I have. But you know, I genuinely really like that one. I'm not just saying that. I genuinely think that looks really good. So yeah, I will come to you for further tips in the future. Steven says the standards at Boundary Park are not very good. Oldham went from Premier League to non-league. It's not ideal. But the positive is you can only go up from here. Is that putting a positive spin on a negative situation? That you can only go up. Fish would sell McAllister, but for how much? That is the question. Guillaume Balaguer said on 5 Live earlier, the Real Madrid president, is an admirer of Jurgen Klopp. I've been saying for a while, I think that's going to happen. I think Klopp's going to go to Madrid. Because Klopp was managed in Germany, so he's not going to manage another German team. Klopp is managed in England, so he's not going to manage another English team. He's going to go to Madrid, and he is going to reunite with his son, number 12. And then they are going to live happily ever after and ride off into the sunset. I've been saying for a while, I think that's going to happen. So it would not surprise me. Fish has stated, she liked the way that I dance. She liked the way that I move. She liked the way that I rock. She likes the way that I woo. And she she let it clap. That's very poetic. Did you come up with that, or is that some sort of song lyric? Yeah, I'm liking this one in particular. This is the one. 100%. Do you prefer early mornings or late nights? Probably early mornings. See, now you've said yes, Fish. Fish is going to keep on telling you to eat now. Chulu says 3 at the back wasn't the problem at United after all. Fletcher at the wheel and Ineos trying to sneak Oli back in. I think it was one of their problems. Unfortunately, what it looks like is they've sacked Amorim, but they didn't really have a plan for what they wanted to do with Amorim. For what they wanted to do with United after they sacked Amorim. This is literally what I did not want Liverpool to do. I didn't want Liverpool just to sack Slot and then bring Gerrard in as an interim, because that just doesn't fix anything. So I think at United we are seeing the consequence now of them not having a long-term plan. Yeah, Fish is just gonna keep on going. But to be fair, Grace is keeping up. I just don't understand sometimes. But Ekatike is on the pitch, which is always good. Cake says, "I want to kiss you." I appreciate that. I mean, I assure you definitely do not. But oh yeah, then you definitely don't. Then you definitely do not. I mean, even Charlotte's saying that's correct. "15 minutes to go here." Konate trying to play a long pass and he just passes it straight to the keeper. Oh, Gakpo is just so uninspiring. I don't know if I'm just being unfair when I hate on Gakpo, but whenever he gets the ball, he's going to try and cut inside, or he's going to lose the ball. Nothing valuable happens when Gakpo is on the ball, unless by sheer fluke he manages to blast it in. Oh, Wirtz just hit it over. He really should have scored that. Wirtz's reaction is to say F off, so I'm glad he is learning regional swear words. Yeah, Wirtz really should have scored that. He missed from about 2 yards out. Hit the ball over. Steven says PSG are playing Paris FC in the French Cup tonight. Last time there was a Paris derby match, it was 1979. Damn. So it's taken about 25 years, a quarter of a century, for a derby game to come along. That is pretty wild. I mean, I've also learned that there is another team called Paris FC, which I did not know. So it seems like there's 2 teams in Paris. Well, at the very least, there are at least 2 teams in Paris. We have to face the Gooners and a history substitute teacher at the wheel. He doesn't strike me as a history teacher. He seems a bit young to be a history teacher. McAllister hits it wide. He strikes me more as maybe a maths teacher, Not an English teacher. He's got a maths teacher vibe. How can we say football with Liam? You can probably say football by sacking him. I will be surprised if you start the season with Rossini as your manager next year. I'll be impressed. I'll be like, nice one, Liam. You lasted longer than I expected. Julie wants to laugh at Liverpool's performance, but we struggled with a Charlton low block. Yeah, this is to be honest, this has been Liverpool all season. Liverpool have very rarely scored multiple goals and really put their stamp down on a game. They'll win by one goal, they'll draw, they'll win by one goal. Liverpool should be scoring more than 2 goals against. I mean, my prediction at the start of the game, to be fair, was 2-1. Fish says Mike Amiri. I don't know who Mike Amiri is, but I do know who Billie Jean is. Fish is top 5 hottest people. 1 is himself and 2 is men in general. So I'm glad that I've made the number 2 spot there. Robertson with a rubbish cross. That's a good point. Did I say that's 25 years? Wow, I really, my maths is terrible. So it's what year is it? It's 2026. So what's that? Like 47 years? So just why did I say 25? I don't know why I said 25. There must have been a reason. But yeah, it's 47 years. Is this quality football, says Charlotte? Not particularly. Come on, Liverpool. You need to get another goal. Yeah, 46, 47 years. I clearly can't count. Well, I hope Paris FC get a result. Even if Liverpool win this, is this a particularly inspiring performance? No. Is this a impressive performance? No. Arsenal thinks another goal will be scored. I hope not. Even if there's a chance that it's Liverpool, I'd rather just not take that chance and just keep it at 2-1. I do not trust this bunch of players in the slightest. Arsenal will be playing against Chelsea on Wednesday. I didn't know that. That must be in the Premier League, surely. That's going to be a tight game. Who's at home for that? I wonder. Are you expecting a win for that, or would you take a draw? Oh my God, man! Liverpool playing keep ball against bloody Barnsley. Carabao Cup semi. Fair enough. We went out of that tournament a long time ago. It's probably why I don't have much awareness of it. Stamford Bridge. I see. That could be a tough game. But luckily, Chelsea have a maths teacher as their manager. So, depending on the level of algebra he sets for the team, that will determine how good the performance may be. Fish with some interesting lyrics there. But Grace seems to like them. No, we need to win, so we will be in the final against City or Palace. Makes sense. A trophy is a trophy at the end of the day. I'm still yet to figure out what Liverpool's formation is, what Liverpool's style of play is. It's just a case of pass it around the back and pray some sort of opening comes up. And if the opening does not arise, just pass it back to the goalkeeper. Oh, God, this is so bad. Chulu says, Liam Rossinia said he had a plan and strategy for Arsenal. Well, there's not too long to find out. I mean, he's talking big. He's giving it the Wirtz. Ooh, what a goal by Wirtz! What a goal! What a goal! That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Wirtz smacks it top corner. That's what we want to see. Grace says, I said nice because he said my name. You will also say nice after you see Wirtz's goal just now. He's absolutely smacked it top corner. Back heel by Ekatike. Yeah, fair point. You were right, to be fair. Back heel by Ekatike. Wirtz on the edge of the box, I'd say. On the edge of the box, and then smacks it top corner. Grace is waiting for this live to end so I can watch TikTok. It'll be like another 5 minutes odd. League Cup semis, Newcastle versus City, Arsenal versus Chelsea. I mean, that's a strong semi-final lineup, to be fair. That's as strong a semi-final lineup in terms of 4 teams that I've seen in a while. What's the shark thing about? Is Arteta a shark? Is that like an inside joke of some sort? You're ahead of me. What's going on? We can't be having that. Maybe I need to just refresh or something. Palace, to be fair, they are kings of cup competition, so that is a good result. It will be interesting to see if Palace have their manager next year, or if he goes to United. Ask any gooner. The word gooner has just completely been ruined for me because of what it means now. I've been saying it for my entire life, no problem, but now it means something else. Grace says, I just put my video behind a bit. I'll see if I can try and catch up. Arsenal has a feeling it will be our year. It could happen. It could. Chelsea getting. Sorry, not Chelsea. City getting Semenyo does make things a bit tougher. Yeah, there's no chance that Alonso would go to United. That would be like Rio Ferdinand going to Liverpool. I think if Alonso wants to manage in the Premier League, he'd probably go to Liverpool. Trainioni's coming on. McAllister's coming off, so Fish will be very happy. Fish says, who's Larouci? Yasser Larouci. He was a winger that used to play for Liverpool a couple of years back. More of a youth team winger, but never really broke into the first team. Chulu says, Kings of Cup competition. Palace has an even shorter title defence than Liverpool. That's when you know things are bad. Yeah, Yasser Larouci is a left winger. Fish is happy. Fish is happy that McAllister's off because Fish despises McAllister. But 3-1, 3-1's a lot better than 2-1 because at least we've got a buffer now for when Liverpool do something stupid in the 92nd minute. Because Liverpool will always do something stupid in the 92nd minute. Arsenal says, but I don't think Liverpool will sack Slot, but we can't deny United still have global power to attract big names. They do, 100% they do. They're one of those clubs who, regardless of how bad things are going, they will always have the money and they'll always have the history to attract big names. The reason why they won't get Alonso is because Alonso is a former Liverpool player. And Alonso always talks about his Liverpool legacy. If Alonso was not a former Liverpool player, then they would have a chance to get him. But since he played for Liverpool for 5-6 years, I think, then I don't see that happening. Oh, that's a good point. I've not updated the score. I thought I was forgetting something. How is it 9:30? I thought it was like 8 o'clock. Time flies when you're watching Liverpool pass the ball around the back of the pitch and do absolutely nothing with it for 1.5 hours, evidently. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be 9:30. The trouble is, it goes dark. It gets dark so early currently that you just lose track of time. Free kick to Liverpool. Arsenal says United 40 games this season. Indeed, the lack of Europe was supposed to help them in cup competitions, but hasn't helped in the didn't help yesterday. It's maybe helping a bit in the league, but it'll be interesting to see what Carrick does. Getting Carrick is probably a better choice than getting Ollie. Because you should never go back to your ex, especially when you were the one that dumped them. Crossed in. And nothing happens. Trainioni's been given 5 minutes and almost falls over the ball. Vets and Ekatike kind of linking up on the right hand side, but nothing much happens. To be honest, I think it will probably end 3-1. Oh my god, Barnsley are through. But I think Kanate should catch up with that. And he does. Arsenal said they should install Keane, as in Roy Keane, as their football director. I think... I'm not sure Roy Keane's management style works in a modern day. He's very authoritarian, very straight to the point. I'm not sure that it's good. It's good for punditry because it generates sound bites. But I think if you put him in an actual real job where he has to deal with people, I just think it'd piss everyone off, especially these days where players are a lot more sensitive. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. I feel like if they were to employ Roy Keane, it would get to the point where the players say, "It's me or him." He would just. I just think he'd ruin that. He would ruin that dressing room even further. Expected matches played, total games played 40. So did they go out to both? Did they go out to both cups in the first game? So are we just doing 38 plus 1 plus 1? Verts to Ekatike. Ooh, 4-1. 4-1. Verts assist. Ekatike goal. 4-1. 4-1 is much more like it. I mean, I appreciate it's kind of when Barnsley had given up, but I'll take it. No one's gonna remember this tomorrow. 4-1. Fish said, "Ask me if that's okay." Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm pretty easygoing. Pretty easy with most things. Arsenal said yes, 40 games, so 38 plus 1 plus 1 because they went out of both cups in the first game. That's just embarrassing. That might be one of their... I know they have... I know they have lots of embarrassing stats and lots of embarrassing facts, but that might be one of their most damning and most embarrassing facts in a while. 40 games. 38 that they have to play. Plus 1. It's literally the minimum. It's literally the minimum amount of games a Premier League team can play. 40. Grace says, Fish wants me to ask if it's okay to support Xabi. You can if you want. You can if you want. It's Fish's team from Poland. Steven says, who is your favorite viewer / contributor? To be honest, I like everybody. I appreciate that's a boring answer and it's somewhat a diplomatic answer. What I do like is when sometimes people just randomly leave comments and then I'll randomly see them. I do like that. That's pretty cool. Grace says it's B. Lol. I'm being diplomatic and fair and saying I like everybody. Won't be surprised if City whoop them this week, but they perform better under pressure. Yeah, they do. And I think the City games as well, because they're derbies, they get up for them. As bad as United have been this year, we have to remember they have beaten Liverpool at Anfield. So I could maybe not make fun of them too much. Chulu says Ineos and the Glazers could pull a blinder next season and hire Maresca as a manager and support him totally. I think Maresca would be a good fit for them. And United, they do have a tendency to take Chelsea's hand-me-downs. Like they'll take Matic, They'll take one matter. They do have a tendency to do that. So it wouldn't surprise me. Fish says, what does his team's logo look like? We were looking at that the other day. It's a pretty nice logo. Grace says he likes me because of the jokes I send him. The jokes are good, to be fair. They do brighten up my day. But yeah, full time. Was it 4-1? Yeah, I can't remember. Was it 4-1 or 3-1? 4-1 is 4-1's a much better result than 2-1, which it was not too long ago. But anyway, it is 9:30, and when I say it's 9:30, I actually mean it's 9:42, which is pretty late. When's the next Liverpool game? Saturday? I'll probably be back on Saturday. So we'll see what happens then. Check the next Gornik game. Is this your team from Poland? Since you asked. You're playing on Saturday. You are also playing on Saturday against Riyadh. But I'll be watching the Liverpool game that day. Julie says the Gooners are also obsessed with our leftovers. Who has gone from Chelsea to Arsenal? Gallas? Was it William Gallas, maybe? Jorginho? Did Sterling go on loan from Chelsea to Arsenal? But it's the United ones that stick in my mind a lot. Because they've been doing it for years and years. Which makes it kind of funny. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Kai Havertz. I forgot about Kai Havertz. I think there have been quite a few, but I swear there's been more that have gone from Chelsea to United. From a manager perspective, Mourinho. He'd be a good one. Madueke. That's a good one. I didn't think of that. The Madueke one was weird. I can't lie. Petr Cech. Okay, fair enough. There's been quite a few. To be fair, Chelsea did get the best out of Petr Cech. I felt like when he went to Arsenal, that was more the latter end of his career. But it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go now. I will be back on Saturday. Take care, Grace. Take care, Fish. Take care, Arsenal. And everyone. They sold Madueke and went for Garnacho. Yeah, good point. United fans said they're willing to take one for the team and will throw the match to save football. They should do that. I mean, given the amount of nonsense we'd have to put up, we have had to put up with United for the past few years, they should at the very least be willing to take on for the team. CJ says, what a win today. Yeah, 4-1 is a lot better. At 2-1 I was a bit unhappy because 2-1 is like, really, you're just scraping through against Barnsley, but 4-1's a lot better, and I liked the Wirtz goal. The Wirtz goal was my favourite goal. It was the little back heel by Ekitike, and then Wirtz smacks it in. And United ungraded? Do you mean upgraded or downgraded with Cunha? I would have expected Cunha to be doing a bit more. Willian, yeah, I forgot about Willian. Arsenal says, congrats to you, Brighton up next. Yeah, Brighton should be easy. Only absolutely rubbish teams go out the cup to Brighton. Only the worst of the worst scum go out to Brighton. So we should be okay. Upgraded. Barnsley played well though, despite the score. They did a lot better than I was expecting. I would have liked to have had a clean sheet here, but it is what it is. 4-1 is a lot better than 2-1, which is so I'll take that. And hopefully scoring 4 goals should hopefully give the team a bit of confidence to start scoring more goals in the Premier League, not drawing games and not winning by 1 goal. But anywho, I'm going to depart now. I will be back on Saturday for Liverpool, Barnsley or something. Burnley, one of those. Anyway, guys, before I go, I feel bad for Gakpo. No one passed for him. To be honest, Gakpo is starting to annoy me because whenever he gets the ball, I absolutely know that guy's gonna cut inside and take a shot. And if I know it, if a uncultured, uneducated person like myself knows it, then a professional on the pitch is definitely gonna know it. So Gakpo's starting to irritate me. But Rio looked really, really good. I don't know for being a bit premature with my expectations, but I hope Rio can start playing a bit in the Premier League now. Because whenever Rio gets the ball, all the Barnsley defenders look terrified. They're like, oh my God. They were all backing off. They all looked a bit worried. They were all like standing like this, like they were expecting Rio to throw a punch. They were that terrified. So I'm hoping Rio gets some time in the Premier League. I hope. But anyways, I'm going now. Take care, guys. Have a good evening and see you Saturday.